All right, let's dive right in. We are going deep inside one of the oldest financial institutions on the planet to uncover how a silent, totally invisible workforce is rewiring it from the inside out. And believe me, this isn't some far-off science fiction story. It's happening right now.
So, let me just start with a question for you. Imagine this. What if the new hires at your job, the ones handling the really big, important stuff, what if they weren't people at all? What if they worked 24/7, never called in sick, and pretty much never made a mistake?
Take a good look at this number, 134. Now, this isn't a head count of people in a new department. No, it's something completely different.
That's right, 134 digital employees. These are sophisticated AI bots that have been woven into the very fabric of BNY Mellon, which happens to be America's oldest bank. This is the new workforce.
And that brings us to our first section, the ghost workforce. We're talking about a brand new kind of employee, one that literally never sleeps and is completely changing what it even means to work at a bank, or frankly, anywhere.
I mean, just look at this resume. They work around the clock, they have 0 sick days, they manage complex tasks, they even attend meetings, but they don't have a name. They're just identified by their function. It is pure, nonstop, relentless productivity. And the level of responsibility here is just staggering. Every single day, this digital workforce helps settle up to $3 trillion. Trillion with a T. That's a level of trust and reliance that's almost hard to wrap your head around. And it's all handled without a single error.
Now this shows just how deep the change really goes. It's not just that they're automating old, boring tasks, which, yeah, they've automated 60% of those. The really wild part is that 40% of brand new tasks are now being designed from the very beginning, specifically for AI to handle.
So, what's the brain behind this whole operation? Well, it's an AI platform the bank built from scratch, and her name is Eliza.
See, instead of just buying some software off the shelf, BNY went all in. They built their own internal AI platform, Eliza, where all these different specialized AIs can work together. The entire goal was to weave AI into every single corner of the bank.
And honestly, this is the best way to think about it. Eliza isn't just another tool they use, it's become the bank's digital nervous system. It connects everything, it processes all the information, and it coordinates actions across the whole organization.
And its reach is just massive. A whopping 70%, that's 7 out of every 10 things they do internally, are now directly dependent on Eliza. It's not on the side, it is the core of their operations now.
This all rolls up to the bank's internal mantra, which tells you everything you need to know about their ambition here. AI for everyone, for everything, everywhere. This is not a side project. This is a total, fundamental commitment.
Okay, but with this huge technological leap, we have to talk about the other side of the coin. And it's a side that affects real people. We're talking about the human cost, where this incredible push for efficiency runs headfirst into the reality of workforce reduction.
And this slide just lays it out so clearly. On the one hand, you have the official narrative, right? They talk about optimizing the workforce and humans and machines working together. But on the other hand, you have the hard numbers. A 20% reduction in employees. That's 5,000 jobs gone in just a few years.
And to be even more specific, about 10% of all administrative positions have been completely absorbed by these digital systems. I mean, those roles just don't really exist in the same way anymore.
But here's the thing, it's not purely a story of replacement. It's also a story of redefinition. The bank is pushing this vision of a new kind of collaboration, so let's take a look at what that actually means for the people who are still there.
This is the perfect example. A research report that used to take a person 7 hours to write now starts with Eliza. The AI kicks out the first draft, and then the human expert comes in to review, polish, and finalize it. A 7-hour job now takes 30 minutes. The human role shifts from being the creator to being the editor, the final check.
And they're doing this at a massive scale. Get this, 99% of the staff are trained to use Eliza. Half of all employees have already finished new tech training. And the result? In some departments, it's freed up 30% of working hours, letting people focus on other, hopefully more strategic things.
So why do all this? Why go through this massive disruptive change? Well, as it so often does in banking, it all comes down to the bottom line. Let's follow the money and look at the efficiency engine they're building.
And the return on investment here is, well, it's crystal clear. Even with tech spending heading towards $4 trillion, their operating costs are down 12%. The revenue they're generating from this new efficiency is up 18%. And the big one, projected profit growth is nearly 20%. This isn't an experiment, it's a core business strategy that is paying off big time.
And this quote from the bank really just says it all. Their goal for technology is to be safe, resilient, and ruthlessly efficient. That last phrase, ruthlessly efficient, leaves absolutely no doubt what the primary driver is here.
So, we end up here. BNY Mellon's story isn't really just about one bank, is it? It frames this fundamental, maybe even uncomfortable question that pretty much every industry on Earth is starting to face. Is this the choice? Radical, ruthless efficiency or human employment? It's a question we're all going to have to answer, and probably sooner than we think.